So I just cut into all 8 of these ball python eggs, and let me tell you, there are some beautiful babies in here. But first, I want to show you the parents. This is Dad. His name is Clyde. He is an Orange Dream Fire Enchi Lester. Here comes Mom. Mom's name is Naoki, and Naoki is Pastel. So quick bit about the genetics. The Pastel and the Fire both are lightening genes that lighten the color, hence the light brown. And the Orange Dream brings out and enhances the color, almost turning it orangish. The Enchi breaks up the dark pattern, the banding that you see on the snakes. So it makes it thinner bands and sometimes completely eliminates some of the bands, making them spotty. So let's get to it. The part you've been waiting for. We are going to cut open the first set of eggs here. I've got to remove the wrap off the top that was keeping the moisture in, and we're going to grab that very first egg. You got to pinch that egg together just right at the top, because remember, there's fragile baby snakes in there, so I got to pinch that just right so I don't nick that baby when I take the scissors to this egg. And just gently slice a sliver right off the top of that egg. Some people use box cutters and razor blades. I definitely prefer the scissor method. I feel like it's a little safer and I don't get in there too deep. Now we're going to have a look at the very first baby in here. And that is a really nice light color pattern on there. It almost looks like it might have the Enchi. It looks like a reduced pattern. For how light of a color that is, I'm going to guess that it has all of the genes, the Pastel, the Fire, and you can see the orangish yellow in there, so that's probably the Orange Dream. That's a really nice baby. I'm super excited for this one to hatch. I hope that I get a couple more like this. I hope I get a female that looks like this, because I will keep her and add her to my breeding program. That's just a good set of genetics there. Let's see what we got coming up in this one. I love doing this. This is so exciting. Just take a slight little sliver off that very top there. Let's see here. So this actually looks like it might be a normal. Looking at that, that looks like a normal. It's probably carrying all the genes. I won't know for sure till it comes out, but that definitely looks like normal coloration in there. So if that's the case, that means the genetic trait for Pastel, Fire, Orange Dream, and Enchi skipped right over that one, which the odds say that that will happen to one of them, so no surprise. I always got to expect to get at least one normal. Now, all of those traits I just listed, those are all dominant traits. They're not recessive. I don't need the mother and father both to carry those traits to get the genetics, so that's why I like these so much. They're so easy to work with. We are on to egg number 3, and this one is so nerve-wracking because I can actually feel the snake up in there, and you can almost feel where like its head is at or something. There's a bump right along the top. Got a little bit of fluid leaking out. These are slimy and messy. And it's actually its back that I felt. I thought maybe it was the head, but it's the back of the snake that's right there on the very top. Look at how light that is. Another beautiful snake. It's almost like white on black. It's just so light colored of a pattern instead of like that last normal that was so brown. That's just beautiful coloration. That would be awesome if when it comes out, all of that light coloring is yellow. That would make for a beautiful snake with a yellow body with black banding. Got another one here pinched together quite nicely. This one's going to be an easy cut. No heads will be lost today. And this definitely has the Enchi. You can see some lighter banding and some dark spots there. But it looks like it's got Pastel and maybe Fire combined, or maybe just one or the other. It's too light to be a normal, and you can see blotches of black, so it's definitely got the Enchi. So it might be Fire Enchi, and it might be Pastel Enchi, or Pastel Fire Enchi, but I don't see the orange dream sticking out in that one. And I can feel the bump there again. I can definitely feel there's something sticking up on this snake, so I've got to be super, super careful again. Sometimes this is super easy like that last one, and sometimes it is just nerve-wracking as heck like with this one, trying not to nick it. Oh, holy cow. Well, that's what was sticking up. There is a head right there. Look at that little face. Got an eyeball sticking right out at me. And that's another nice color, nice pattern. It's probably got the Enchi in it, and that looks like maybe Fire and Pastel. It's not yellow, it's not orange. It's kind of hard to tell what it is in the egg, but it is not a normal. So I am thrilled with anything that's not a normal right now. These are some nice looking babies coming out of this. We're on to the next 3 eggs, the last tub. This one is going to be a fairly easy cut here. A little bit of fluid leaking out because I'm holding these eggs on an angle for the camera. And that's another really nice one. That one has the really, really light coloring, the dark banding. This is just another really good snake. These are going to be really quality snakes. I'm excited for these to hatch out and see what they look like once they're out of that egg. Second to the last one here. Again, it feels a little bumpy. It might be a little hard to cut. You can see how I pinch it and it expands right back out there. These babies are big. They're ready to come out of these eggs. They're supposed to hatch this Sunday, but they feel large, like they're probably ready to pop anytime. Trying to make a smaller cut on this one because it feels so plump in there. Oh, there we go. That one does not look like it's Enchi. It's got normal looking banding. Try to get it turned right here for you. But it's definitely got the light coloration. That's so neat. Almost an orangey tint to it. Not really sure. But I love the fact that they're light colored. That means I'm getting a good mix of those genetic traits in there. Very last one. Keep our fingers crossed for another good set of traits and another really pretty snake. The idea is to have fewer normals and more coloration. In the end, you want something pretty and something unique with lots of genetics. And it looks like we hit that again. Another really nice light snake. There's a little face sticking out now that I've cut into it. Can't really tell if it's got the Enchi for the pattern reducing, but it's definitely got the lighter color to it. A little bit of a darker head, so it's probably got some of the Pastel or Fire right there. Gonna turn it around here. You can see some yellow down in there, so maybe it's carrying the orange dream trait. But overall, I'm super happy with this.